Good morning. My name is Mary Gail Muller and I'm a registered nurse. I know it's kind of crazy to say good morning right now as it's 5 p.m., but I just got off working 3 night shifts in a row, so it's good morning for me. So a little bit of background about myself. Growing up as a child, I always knew I wanted to work in the medical field. Additionally, I always knew that I wanted to speak Spanish, coming from the age of 9. I studied my undergraduate career at James Madison University, go Dukes. When I applied to college and got accepted to JMU, unfortunately the school didn't help with any financial aid. This was extremely difficult for me because I knew how much I loved the school and how much I wanted to be a nurse. When I sat down with my advisor at the beginning of my freshman year and told her my goals, she actually laughed in my face. I can remember the exact words coming out of her mouth saying, "You'll never be able to graduate school with a nursing degree and a Spanish degree, but at least you'll earn credits towards it." I was heartbroken because I knew how passionate I was about this. So when I started school in August of 2014, I set a goal for myself that I would work my butt off to try and save money and that I would walk out of that, or I should say run out of that school with a degree in nursing and medical Spanish. Therefore, I took summer classes every summer. I took 18 to 21 credits per semester, and I studied abroad as well. So in the summer of 2016, I studied abroad in Tarragona, which is about an hour south of Barcelona. Here I took Spanish classes, nursing classes, and I also worked in a cardiac intensive care unit. I would translate between doctors and patients during emergent situations, and I would also observe. Here's where I had my aha moment when I realized, holy cow, this is my passion. This is what I was meant to do. This is what I love, and I want to do this for the rest of my life. So later I graduated JMU in 3.5 years with a degree in nursing and a degree in medical Spanish. So I've worked in a neuro and trauma intensive care unit for the past year. Normally I'd say that our everyday patient involves traumatic brain injury, stroke, seizure patients, post-cardiac arrest, brain tumor or trauma patients. However, things changed when the COVID-19 pandemic hit Philadelphia hard in March, as our unit adapted quickly to a strict COVID-19 intensive care unit. So it's quite sad to say, but I've never seen such sick patients. However, I've never seen so much resilience among patients and healthcare workers. It was truly heartbreaking to see patients separated from their family members for so long in isolation and struggling to survive. I myself am a COVID-19 survivor. Granted, I was fortunate enough to not be in the hospital, but I could feel the emotional strain of being away from my family, boyfriend, and friends for 2 long weeks. I did whatever I could to bring the family members love and support, whether it was holding a patient's hand for a little longer or being able to hold a FaceTime or Zoom session between their loved ones as family members took their last breath. I could feel the emotional strain from patients, family members, and my coworkers, but I still felt like I wasn't helping enough. One day I came home from work and told my mom that we were going to buy fabric and start making surgical caps and over 250 face masks. We are still hacking away every day making them and planning on donating the money towards a COVID relief fund in order to help families that have experienced heartbreak in losing a loved one during this pandemic. I want to make an impact on healthcare by advocating for patients who speak another language and are able to converse with doctors and the interdisciplinary team. There have been times where I've been called to rapid situations where a Spanish-speaking patient was decompensating quickly, and the doctors needed to know if the patient would want a breathing tube inserted and whether or not they wanted to be on a ventilator. This is a life-changing decision, and it's the patient's right to be able to choose in order to receive quality and equal care. It truly makes a difference in the patient's outcome when they are able to converse in their primary language and understand their plan of care. Currently, I'm in the process of applying to graduate school for a doctorate of nursing practice. One of my favorite things about my job is being able to see patients that were very sick and very critical at one point during their hospitalization walk back into our unit and thank us for all that we have done during their care. Seeing this made me realize how much I want to be able to build a relationship with my patients and see them outside of the hospital when they're healthy and when they're happy with their family. I hope to have this impact on being able to care for more Spanish-speaking patients in the future and allowing them to have the same quality and equal care. I can't thank you enough for even considering me for this opportunity. It would really, truly be a blessing and a tremendous help towards my financial burden. Regardless of the outcome, I'm still a huge fan of figs, and I just got my new order. So thank you so much again.